Before you eat another can of sardines, stop for a moment, because one tiny habit could be stealing the best nutrition from your plate. Sardines are one of the most affordable superfoods in the world. They are rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, vitamin D, and essential minerals that support the heart, brain, bones, and muscles. They are also naturally low in mercury, compared to many larger fish, which makes them one of the safest seafood choices for many people. But here is the problem. Most people do not ruin sardines because they are unhealthy. They ruin them because they buy the wrong kind, cook them the wrong way, throw away the best part, store them badly, or avoid them for the wrong reasons. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to eat sardines the smart way, how to keep their flavor, how to protect their nutrients, and who should be a little more careful before eating them too often. 1. The first mistake is destroying sardines before you even eat them. Most people forget one simple fact about canned sardines. They are already cooked before they reach your kitchen. That means you do not need to boil them, fry them for a long time, or leave them in a hot pan until they fall apart. Sardines are delicate. Their soft texture is part of what makes them easy to eat, especially because the bones are tender and edible. But when you expose them to too much heat, you turn a nutritious food into a dry, broken, mushy mess. This mistake is very common because many people treat sardines like raw fish. They open the can, throw the sardines into a pan, cook them with onions, tomatoes, spices, rice, or pasta, and keep stirring until the fish disappears into the dish. The result may still be edible, but you lose the beautiful texture, some of the delicate flavor, and part of what makes sardines enjoyable. The smarter way is simple. Add sardines at the end. If you are preparing pasta, rice, vegetables, or a warm salad, finish the dish first, then place the sardines on top or gently fold them in for just 1 or 2 minutes. That is enough to warm them without destroying them. If you want a slightly crispy texture, you can place them under gentle heat for a very short time, just enough to warm the surface, not enough to dry them out. Another mistake is removing the bones. Many people open a can of sardines and immediately try to pull out the tiny bones because they imagine they are dangerous or unpleasant. But sardine bones are not like the sharp bones of larger fish. In canned sardines, the bones become soft during the canning process. They are safe to chew, easy to digest for most people, and almost invisible when you eat them. And here is the important part. Those tiny bones are one of the biggest reasons sardines are so valuable. They are naturally rich in calcium, which helps support strong bones, teeth, and muscle function. Sardines also provide vitamin D, which helps the body use calcium properly. So when you remove the bones, you are not making sardines healthier. You are throwing away one of the most powerful parts of the food. Some brands sell boneless sardines, and they may seem more convenient. But often, they cost more and give you less nutrition. The fish may also come in smaller, broken pieces because removing the bones can damage the texture. So the next time you eat sardines, do not be afraid of the bones. Eat them as part of the fish. They are soft, nutritious, and one of the hidden reasons sardines are so good for older adults, active people, and anyone who wants stronger bones from real food. 2. The second mistake is choosing the wrong can at the store. One of the biggest sardine mistakes happens before the can is even opened. It happens in the grocery aisle. Many people choose sardines packed in water because they think water automatically means healthier. It sounds lighter, cleaner, and lower in calories. But when it comes to sardines, water is not always the best choice. Sardines are naturally rich in healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids. These fats are part of the reason sardines are linked with heart, brain, and inflammation support. But fat-soluble nutrients need fat to be absorbed well. When sardines are packed in good oil, especially olive oil, the oil helps preserve flavor, protect texture, and make the fish more satisfying. Water-packed sardines may have fewer calories, but they often taste dry, bland, or metallic. Water does not protect the fish in the same way oil does. Over time, the natural oils in the fish can lose quality, and the flavor can become flat. Oil-packed sardines, on the other hand, often stay moist, rich, and enjoyable. The oil acts like a protective layer and carries flavor from the fish. This does not mean you must always choose the most expensive can. It means you should read the label and understand what you are buying. Sardines packed in olive oil are usually a better choice for flavor and texture. Sardines in tomato sauce can also be delicious, especially if you enjoy a brighter, slightly acidic taste. Sardines in mustard or spicy sauce can be useful for quick meals. But plain water-packed sardines may disappoint you if you are expecting richness and flavor. You should also pay attention to the can itself. Canned food can last a long time, but it does not last forever. Heat, light, humidity, and damaged packaging can all reduce quality. Never buy or eat sardines from a can that is swollen, leaking, badly rusted, or deeply dented near the seams. A damaged can is not worth the risk. Storage matters too. Keep unopened sardines in a cool, dry place away from sunlight and away from heat. Do not leave them next to the stove, in a humid area, or near a window. If you buy different varieties, remember that sardines in tomato sauce or acidic liquids may lose quality faster than sardines in oil. So it is smart to rotate your cans and use the older ones first. The can you choose changes everything. It changes taste, texture, nutrition, and even your opinion about sardines. Many people say they hate sardines, but in reality, they only tried one bad can. Try different styles, different sauces, and different qualities before deciding sardines are not for you. 3. The third mistake is throwing away the most valuable part. Now let's talk about one of the most expensive mistakes people make with sardines, even though it looks harmless. They open the can, drain the oil, and throw it away. That golden liquid is not just extra fat. It is flavor. It is nutrition. It is the part that can transform a simple meal into something rich, satisfying, and powerful. When sardines sit in oil inside the can, there is a slow exchange between the fish and the oil. The sardines release some of their natural juices and nutrients into the oil, while the oil carries flavor back into the fish. Over time, that oil becomes deeply flavored. It can contain some of the fish's richness, aroma, and fat-soluble nutrients. So when you pour it down the sink, you are throwing away part of what you paid for. Many people drain the oil because they are afraid of calories. But calories are not the only thing that matters. The quality of the fat matters too. If the sardines are packed in a good oil, especially olive oil, that oil can be used intelligently in the rest of the meal. Instead of adding bottled dressing to a salad, use a little sardine oil with lemon juice. Instead of adding random cooking oil to a pan, use a spoon of the sardine oil to warm garlic, onions, or vegetables. Instead of eating dry toast, drizzle a little of that oil over bread with herbs and tomatoes. The same idea applies to sauce. If your sardines come in tomato sauce, mustard sauce, or spicy sauce, do not rinse them. Many people rinse sardines because they think it will remove salt, fishiness, or fat. But rinsing usually ruins the flavor and washes away part of the nutrition. The sauce or oil is not an accident. It is part of the food. If you are worried about sodium, rinsing is not the best solution because much of the salt is already inside the fish. A better approach is to choose low-sodium sardines or balance the rest of your meal with low-salt foods. Pair sardines with fresh vegetables, plain rice, potatoes, unsalted toast, or a salad without salty dressing. That way, you control the whole meal without destroying the sardines. Another common mistake is leaving leftovers in the opened can. Once a can is opened, the sardines are exposed to air. The flavor begins to change, and the oils can start to lose freshness. Do not leave the fish sitting in the can for days. Transfer leftovers to a clean, airtight glass or plastic container and refrigerate them. Try to eat them within a short time, ideally within a couple of days, depending on how they are packed. If they smell strange, taste sour, or look unusual, do not take chances. Sardines are simple, but they deserve respect. The oil, the sauce, and the storage all matter. Treat them well, and every bite will give you better flavor and better value. 4. The fourth mistake is eating sardines in a boring or unbalanced way. Many people only eat sardines straight from the can. There is nothing wrong with that. In fact, that is one of the reasons sardines are so convenient. You can open a can and have a protein-rich meal in seconds. But if you always eat them the same way, you may get bored quickly, and then you stop eating a food that could be very good for you. Sardines are much more versatile than people think. They can be used like a secret ingredient in many meals. You can mash them with avocado, yogurt, lemon juice, or olive oil to make a creamy spread for toast. You can place them on bread with tomatoes, onions, parsley, and a squeeze of lemon for a Mediterranean-style snack. You can add them to pasta at the very end of cooking. You can mix them with rice, potatoes, beans, or vegetables. You can even add them to eggs for a powerful breakfast. The key is balance. Sardines have a rich, salty, oily, and savory taste. That is why they need fresh, bright ingredients around them. Lemon juice, vinegar, tomatoes, pickled vegetables, capers, parsley, cilantro, dill, and crunchy vegetables can all make sardines taste cleaner and lighter. These ingredients do not hide the sardines. They help them shine. The mistake is pairing sardines with foods that make them feel too heavy. Very creamy sauces, too much butter, too much cheese, or overly sweet glazes can clash with the natural flavor of sardines. When a food is already rich, adding more richness can overwhelm the mouth. Instead of tasting delicious, the meal becomes heavy and tiring. Think about the difference. Sardines on toast with lemon, tomato, and herbs taste fresh, sharp, and satisfying. Sardines buried under a heavy, creamy sauce can taste oily and unpleasant. Sardines with a crisp salad feel balanced. Sardines with too many salty ingredients can feel excessive. The goal is not to hide the fish. The goal is to create contrast. Also, do not assume all sardines taste the same. Some are firmer, some are softer, some are smoky, some are mild, some are rich, and some are stronger. The origin, the season, the packing oil, the sauce, and the quality of the producer all affect the final taste. If one can disappointed you, that does not mean all sardines are bad. It may only mean that particular can was not right for you. Try different types. Try sardines in olive oil. Try sardines in tomato sauce. Try smoked sardines. Try spicy sardines. Try them with lemon, herbs, vegetables, or whole grain toast. The more you experiment, the more likely you are to find a style you actually enjoy. 5. The fifth mistake is ignoring who should be careful with sardines. Sardines are healthy for many people, but no food is perfect for everyone. This is important, especially for older adults or anyone dealing with certain health conditions. Sardines can be a powerful food, but powerful foods still need to be eaten wisely. The first group that should pay attention is people with high blood pressure or salt sensitivity. Many canned sardines contain sodium because they are packed in brine, sauces, or salted oil. Too much sodium may not be ideal for people who need to control blood pressure. If this applies to you, look for low-sodium options, read labels carefully, and balance sardines with fresh, unsalted foods. The second group is people with gout or high uric acid. Sardines contain purines, which the body breaks down into uric acid. For people who are sensitive, eating too many purine-rich foods may contribute to flare-ups. This does not mean every person with gout must never touch sardines, but it does mean moderation matters. It is better to ask a healthcare professional if you already have gout, kidney problems, or uric acid stones. The third group is people who need to watch calories closely. Sardines in oil are nutritious and flavorful, but they are also more calorie-dense than water-packed sardines. That does not make them bad. It simply means portion size matters. Use the oil wisely as part of the meal instead of adding extra fats on top of it. Pregnant women often worry about seafood because of mercury. The good news is that sardines are generally lower in mercury than larger fish. But it is still important to choose safe, properly stored products and avoid damaged cans. Anyone with specific medical concerns should follow professional guidance. For most healthy people, sardines can be a fantastic addition to the diet. They are affordable, convenient, rich in protein, and packed with nutrients that many people do not get enough of. But the secret is not just eating sardines. The secret is eating them correctly. So remember the main lessons. Do not overcook them. Do not remove the soft bones. Do not choose cans blindly. Do not throw away good oil or sauce. Do not rinse away flavor. Do not leave leftovers in the opened can. Do not judge all sardines from one bad experience. And do not ignore your own health needs. Sardines may be small, but they are one of the most underrated foods in the world. When you treat them properly, they can support your meals with protein, healthy fats, minerals, and deep flavor. They can be quick, affordable, and surprisingly delicious. But when you handle them the wrong way, you lose taste, waste nutrients, and miss the real benefits. Now tell me in the comments, do you eat sardines regularly? Or are you one of those people who still avoids them because of the smell or taste? And if you already love sardines, what is your favorite way to prepare them? Your idea might help someone else discover a better way to enjoy this powerful little fish. Thank you for watching, and keep making smarter choices with the foods you already have in your kitchen.